Welcome to NKTelco Sports, presented to you by Grand Lake Health. We are here at Marion Local High School to bring you high school boys varsity basketball action, where the Marion Local Flyers will host the Coldwater Cavaliers. Tonight's game is brought to you by American Trim, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, NKTelco, Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Plygem, Precision Strip, Sweeterman Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Ferguson Construction, Fowler's TV, Wilson Health, Cy Schwederman, Carriage Works, Kogi Plumbing, Heating and AC, Wayne Trail, Cargill, Wagner's IGA, SecureCom, St. Henry Bank, The Spot, and St. Mary's Foundry, bringing you action here on NKTelco Sports. Welcome to the hangar here in Maria Stein, Marion Local High School here for this Friday night late season MAC battle between the Marion Local Flyers and the Coldwater Cavaliers. Sounds like a football matchup, but it's here on the hardwood tonight. I'm Brandon Coverman, alongside me Dave Helmstetter. And Dave, you know, Coldwater trying to get to a 500 record tonight, 9-10. This is a team that knew when to turn it on in the tournament last year. They made it to a regional finals, surprising people.
As you take a look at them this year, one thing about the Cavaliers, they've been a good road team. They're 6-2 on the road. They're coming into Flyer territory in the hangar tonight, but they are 6-2 on the road, and surprisingly at the Palace only 3-8. Key for the Cavaliers as we look at it, we'll talk more about it in a moment, how well they play inside. That should be a key element with that. And when you look to inside play, you look to people like Noah Miller. Cavaliers have a very balanced attack, but when it comes to rebounding tonight, I think the Cavaliers should have the edge on the boards.
Looking on the flip side here, the Marion Local Flyers sitting at 6-12. I've done a game of theirs the other week where they struggled shooting-wise, only scored 20 points against Fort Laramie. This is a team 2 years removed from winning a state title, and last year had a pretty solid team as well. Things not going the way that Marion's anticipated, but they do have some quality wins in there. They've beaten Jackson Center, they've beaten St. Henry, so they can make a tournament run here.
When you take a look at Marion Local, there's a lot of close games over the course of this season where they needed the offense and just weren't able to generate it. You know, way back in December, these two teams met back in December 26th in a holiday tournament. Coldwater came away with a 55-52 overtime win against the Flyers. And as you look at Marion Local's season, a 4-point loss to Versailles, who went on to win the MAC championship in the first game of the season. 3-point loss, as we said, to Coldwater. 2 points to Parkways in second place in the MAC. 4 points to Van Wert in overtime. 5-point loss to Minster, and as the 2 wins that you talked about, the win over Jackson Center and St. Henry, 2 pretty decent teams, and a nice win. But then you go back to the other side for the Flyers against New Bremen a week or so ago. The Flyers jump out to a nice first quarter. They have the lead 14-10, and then they score 12 points the rest of the game. Clearly for Marion Local, it's all going to come down to how much offense they can generate.
Thank you, Dave, and we'll have it here next for you. Marion Local Coldwater here next on NKTelco Sports.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
American Trim's story started in 1951, and our long family legacy continues today. We are a third-generation family-owned business with locations in Sydney and Walpock, and we're hiring for manufacturing positions on first, second, and third shifts. Part-time and full-time positions are available for entry-level and skilled individuals. Please apply at www.amtrim.com or in person. American Trim is a proud sponsor of high school sports and our communities. Come be part of our story.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
And back here at the hangar at Marion Local High School, where Coldwater and Marion are set to square off. Let's give you tonight's starting lineups brought to you by American Trim. It'll be like this. Number 10, 6'1", senior guard Jake Hemmelgarn. Number 20, a 6'2" guard Miles Blasingame. Number 33, a 6'4" forward senior center Will Broering. Number 34, a 6'3" forward, junior Ethan Post. And rounding out the lineup, a 6'5" senior center, Noah Miller. They are coached by Nick Fisher. Now looking here for the Marion Local Flyers on senior night. It will go an all-senior lineup. It will go a 6' senior Bryce Moeller, 6'1" senior Jason Hess. Number 23, 6'3" senior Matt Everman. A 6'2" senior Reese Hess, number 24. And rounding out the lineup, a 6'3" senior Nathan Hungren. Actually, sorry, excuse me, now rounding up the lineup, number 33, 6'2" senior Alex Klosterman. They are coached by Kurt Guttemiller. Kurt Guttemiller, very successful tenure here at the home of the Marion Local Flyers. Let's take a look to tonight's Keyhole Pizza Keys to the Game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza in Newport.
Let's take a look at the visiting Coldwater Cavaliers tonight. As you can see from those keys, it all involves the inside game, how well the Cavaliers do inside the paint, how well they win the battle of the boards, and the number of uncontested shots on defense. So those are the keys to the game for the Cavaliers. For the Flyers tonight, they got to stop the easy Coldwater baskets, control the rebounding at both ends, and a final emphasis, exclamation point, they got to hit some shots. Those are the keys to the game tonight for the Marion Local Flyers.
And Post wins the battle at center circle. It is controlled by the black and orange here. You think this be a football match, but right away, turnover there. Miscommunication on the inside from Broering to Noah Miller. Noah Miller, star football tight end. He will be continuing his career playing for the Polar Bears of Ohio Northern. And right away, the Cavaliers into a trap. Flyers will work it up to Reese Hess. Kick it out, and Bryce Moeller will run the point guard spot. They'll work it around into Jason Hess, around Alex Klosterman, around Reese Hess. Back now Everman. Everman working his way on the inside, kicks it out. Jason Hess looking around, finds Reese Hess. Hess waiting at the timeline. Flyers taking a very patient approach this first trip down. Klosterman, 3, and it's good. And Marion draws first blood here on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Good sign for the Flyers. Hit their first shot. Klosterman, a senior.
Roaring over to Miller. Miller fighting his way in there and short. And 2 defensive stands here early. Pretty good look here. Pretty good start here for Coach Kurt Guttemiller. Flyers working it around. It'll be Everman. Everman right wing. Flips it over to Klosterman. He's going to try to go 2 for 2 off the short iron there. And Coldwater gets their first stop of the night. Jake Hemmelgarn will be the floor general on the football field for this Coldwater team this past year. And a 3 no good there by Ethan Post. A minute 45 in, and 3-0. 1-3 from Alex Klosterman, the difference here so far. And there's the first Flyer turnover tonight. Hemmelgarn will work it up immediately to Ethan Post. Kicks it on the inside, Will Broering. Outside, and there's a foul on Reese Hess. Miles Blasingame trying to work his way to the basket.
One thing about the Cavaliers, very balanced scoring, you know, 5.6 through 9.8 points per game. They're starting 5.
Hemmelgarn is up. Blasingame 3, and we're knotted up at 3 on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard. And the Coldwater Cavaliers back into that pressure. You gotta think that's a key too. If Coldwater can make some shots, they can get into some pressure and force some Flyer turnovers potentially. Flyers working around. Giving up to Hess, back to Klosterman, over to Everman. Over Jason Hess in the corner to Alex Klosterman. 3 here by each team so far, Blasingame and Klosterman. And there's a 3, and it's nailed upon by Bryce Moeller.
Say Moeller, that's his 33rd 3 of the season, one of the top figures in the MAC this year.
And I did their game against Marmy, and they've hit more 3s now in 3 minutes than they did the entire duration of the game against the Redskins. Miller working his way, powers on the inside, no good. Second opportunity, and he will go to the charity stripe. And Noah Miller, just a presence on the inside. You can see why he played tight end. He's just a force on the inside, and he'll shoot a pair from the line.
Miller's 8.7 points per game, number 4 rebounder in the MAC with over 7 rebounds per game.
And the southpaw cannot connect on the first 2 attempts. Only 3 seniors on this Coldwater team for Coach Nick Fisher, fairly young squad. This is Ethan Post. Actually, excuse me, Will Broering, Jake Hemmelgarn, and Noah Miller, the seniors for the Cavaliers. Flyers working it around. Everman. Over Hess. Hess miscommunication there with, actually that was Moeller, excuse me, miscommunication there with Jason Hess, and a Flyer turnover, and we have our first subs of the night, Alex Eink. Lead scorer here, Nathan Ungren, and number 14, Charlie Hulsman. As a lot of these seniors getting applauded here on their senior night here for the Marion Local Flyers. Run up to Broering, over to Miller. Miller back to Jake Hemmelgarn. Back over to Post. Post back over to Hemmelgarn. Garn by Eink. Over to Noah Miller. Miller to Post. Long possession here for the Cavaliers. They weave inside. Blasingame. And there's going to be a jump ball, a wild sequence of events there. Blasingame did about a 180 there. Agree with that call there, Dave?
Well, yeah, I do agree with that one. It was good defense by the Flyers. You know, Flyers have got some tremendous athletes, as you know, and they're right with them on that possession. So
Clark goes back into their 3/4 court zone trap. Flyers get past it, set up the offense. Look up Ungren at the time, the logo. Up to Eink. Eink over to Charlie Hulsman. Back over, there's a 3, Bryce Moeller. And swish 3 threes here for the Flyers as their offense here in the early part of the ball game.
3 out of 4 from three-point range.
You know, live by the 3, die by the 3. Struggle against it with Fort Laramie, but early on, they are using it to their advantage. Noah Miller, Nathan Ungren on the inside. Miller kicks it out. There's a 3, Broering off the side of the iron, but they get the offensive rebound, and right away, Will Broering will add on and cut into the deficit for the Coldwater Cavaliers. 9-6 here on our first National Bank Think First scoreboard. The Ink. Over to Muller, cross-court pass intercepted by Everman. Back over to Ungren. Over to Ink. Over to Hulsman. It's kicked through, it's worked through to Matt Everman. Going to Bryce Muller. Muller, that onto a good first quarter that he's had. Weak side rebound, Ungren, no good, and the Coldwater Cavaliers come away with it. Miles Blasingame. Up over to Ethan Post. Goes back to Blasingame, working over to Noah Miller. Miller top of the key, looking to take it on Everman. Over to Hemmelgarn. Hemmelgarn back over to Post. Weighing his options there on the inside, back over Will Broering, back over to Jake Hemmelgarn. Hemmelgarn look for his options, back to Blasingame. Over to Roaring inside Hemmelgarn. Long possession here for the Coldwater Cavaliers. A cutting Noah Miller on the inside, powers through. And Coldwater back within 1. And right away, the Cavaliers back in that 3-quarter court pressure. Haven't gotten any turnovers off it yet early. Alex Ink right at the logo, over to Bryce Muller, looking to get another open look, and Muller pulls the trigger, no good. Hemmelgarn comes down with the rebound. Hemmelgarn over Noah Miller, back over to Post. Post back over Noah Miller. Marion's led this whole first quarter. Miller looking to try to change that. The southpaw cannot clink in the shot off the bank board. Ike will bring the ball back up, back over to Muller, back over to Ungren. Flyers looking to extend their lead. Back over to Ink. Ink pass up the open look, give it up to Bryce Muller. Under a minute to play, 9-8 here on our first National Bank scoreboard, and Miles Blasingame off to the races, and he is fouled up on his way to the hole there by Charlie Hulsman.
Good defense by the Cavaliers, gets him a breakaway, but that'll put Blasingame at the line. He'll shoot a couple.
Blasingame caught a break there. It looked like pretty clean there from Charlie Hulsman. Blasingame will get the benefit of the doubt.
55% free throw shooter.
And he connects on the first one as we have a couple substitutions. Reese Hess and Alex Klosterman in. And there are a couple new players for Coldwater. That'll be Tyler Schwederman. As Blasingame gives Coldwater their first lead of the game. We also have Jay Mullenkamp and Zach McKibben and Carson Mullenkamp. So a fresh batch of players for Coach Nick Fisher. Under a minute to play here. Coldwater up 10-9 here in the hanger-on senior night. And a foul called in the corner. The first foul of the half for the Coldwater Cavaliers. That'll be on Carson Mullenkamp. It's the first team foul, so Mullenkamp's first foul as well. And Charlie Hulsman will take over the floor general duties in this possession for Coach Kurt Guttemiller. As the Flyers work it around, be over Klosterman. Give it up to Hulsman. Back over Ungren. Back over Ink left wing. Ink will pull it back out. Looks like the Flyers will hold for the last shot. Ink back over to Hulsman. Hulsman and Ink having a little bit of miscommunication on what to do. Ink back over to Klosterman. 4 seconds. Ink gonna pull up a long three, and he cans it as the quarter expires. And the Marion local Flyers will take into the second quarter a 12-10 lead here. Next here on NKTelco Sports.
Hey Minster, this is Nate Henry with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your existing cable TV, internet, and phone service.
Hey Botkins, I'm Brett Gerstner with NKTelco, and we are here for you and to help you operate your business network.
Hey Maria Stein, I'm Ken with NKTelco, and we are here for you with hometown pride.
Hi Rishi, I'm Tim Metzger, and we are here for you for your installation of your telephone, cable TV, and internet.
Contact NKTelco at 1-888-NKTelco.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
And back here at the hangar here in Maria Stein, where the Marion local Flyers lead the Coldwater Cavaliers 12-10, and Dave, benefiting Marion local is some hot three-point shooting that first quarter.
That's right. On the season, the Flyers are at 30% here in the first quarter. They hit 4 out of 6 threes, and they're off to a great start here in the opening quarter.
Tyler Schwiderman puts up a shot off the margin, and Charlie Hilsman will lock the ball up for Coach Guttermiller's squad. Bryce Moeller over to Matt Everman. Everman down the side to Ink. Tries to penetrate out to Nate Ungren. Over Hilsman trying to work his way on the inside. Gives over to Ink. Back over Matt Everman. Flyers working around, being patient. Cross-court pass Everman. Everman. Back over to Charlie Hilsman. Back over to Alex Ink. Ink over to Hilsman, working his way on the inside, and a nice move by Charlie Hilsman, and the lead's pushed back up to 4 for the Flyers.
Hilsman, nice shot, nice soft touch off the glass, and Flyers lead is now 4.
Ethan Post top of the key, looking to cut into the deficit. So in the corner there, Tyler Schwiderman back over to Ethan Post. Post back over to Jake Hemmelgarn.
These two teams are just really going at each other with some man-to-man defenses.
It's a physical game here too. You can see here early. Mimics those football games you see in the fall between these two schools. Hemmelgarn works his way, loses the ball, pulled up by Matt Everman.
Cavaliers' 3rd turnover so far in tonight's game.
Nate Ungren top of the key, switches over to Bryce Moeller. Moeller over to Hilsman. Hilsman over to Ink. Ink cuts it on the inside, gives over Charlie Hilsman. Hilsman back over to Everman.
See, Ink with the basketball. There's the Flyers' leading scorer, a little over 10 points per game on the year.
And Moeller pops a 3, and the beat goes on for the Flyers. They are up 7. And Bryce Moeller been a catalyst.
Flyers hit the last shot at the end of the quarter and hit the first 2 of this quarter, so 3 straight shots by the Flyers.
Zach McKibben works his way to the charity stripe there, a 5'8" junior guard. And yeah, Alex Ink, you talked about the offensive struggles that it's been at times for the Flyers. Alex Ink, the only player, I believe, in double figures for the Flyers. As McKibben nails the first. Blasingame and Noah Miller check back in the ball game for Coach Nick Fisher's squad.
Flyers are shooting 60% from the field, Brandon. That big difference from their norm, which is usually, well, in the mid-30s.
And they're going to call a shooting violation. So scratch off that made free throw. Flyers will take it out under their own basket. Hilsman and Ink playing a little bit of pitch and catch. Going to get it over to the top of the trap here. Ink cross court to Bryce Moeller, and Moeller shuffled the feet there in the corner. Besides, Bryce Muller has 3 threes tonight. It's been the catalyst of the offense here for the Marion local Flyers. It's Miles Blasingame. Bring the ball past the timeline. Look over McKibben. McKibben work his way to the hole. Nice shot and nice look there from Zach McKibben. 2 great looks there by Zach McKibben, and the deficit now at 4 for the Cavaliers. Everman works over Muller, and he just gives it a little too much. It's dangerous to leave Bryce Muller open there. He's been hot early, and Miles Blasingame turns the tables there. Coldwater back within 1. And all of a sudden, Coldwater with a little bit of a jolt on offense here, Dave.
Yeah, the Cavaliers hit 2 out of 3 to start this quarter, and big 3 to pull them within just a point. That's the way it goes back and forth. These 2 teams play pretty good defense. So if you make a mistake, the other team tries to, if they get a little bit of offense, they make you pay for it.
Ready to run and bomb into the ballgame. He gets the ball over to Heelsman. Back to run and bomb. He'll work it back inside Heelsman. Heelsman battling over McKibben, and he will go to the line.
Cavaliers use the little 1-2-2 trap to kind of keep the tempo up, but once the Flyers break it, which they've done a pretty good job of doing that tonight, Flyers just go right back into their offense, take their time, wait for that good shot, or draw the foul like they did in this case for as Heelsman goes to the line.
Charlie Heelsman nails the first free throw. Heelsman, a fantastic wide receiver for the state championship football team. He'll come back for his senior year, so definitely will be an asset for the football team. He had a game where he had over 200 yards this year. So a reliable weapon on the football field. Pretty solid basketball player as well.
65% shooter at the line, and makes them both.
And Zach McKibben will bring the ball up again. He has 3 points here recently. He's took a couple nice dribble penetration looks as a whole, and so is this guy, Miles Blasingame, but he cannot get that one to fall. Blasingame, a very strong offensive weapon. A good overall athlete, a good baseball player, a good football player as well. For Heelsman, he'll work his way on the inside. Good look at the basket, cannot get it to fall though. Ethan Post will bring it down. Post, he goes right wing. Goes over Noah Miller. Miller hands off back to Blasingame. So these teams met, like Dave said previously, on December 26th. Coldwater won by 3 in a holiday tournament. And these teams already played each other once. Coldwater taking the first battle. Marion looking to even things up. Blasingame for 3 and the tie, no good. Brady Ronenbaum comes down with a 3, or with the rebound. Heelsman works his way over to Matt Everman. Look over to Bryce Muller. Muller with 9 points tonight finds a wide open Charles Heelsman. Lost in the Cavalier defense. And Coach Nick Fisher wants a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here to thank our sponsors for tonight, as this game would not be able to be brought to you if it wasn't for these fine sponsors. They are Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Ply Gem, Precision Strip, Schwieterman Pharmacy, Knoxville Supply, Ferguson Construction, Fowler's TV, Wilson Health, Cy Schwieterman, Carriage Works, Kogi Plumbing, Heating and AC, Wayne Trail, Cargill, Wagner's IGA, SecureCom, St. Henry Bank, The Spot, and St. Mary's Foundry. Our keys to the game are brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Our replays are brought to you by Winners Meats. Our play of the game, which Dave and I will select later, is brought to you by NKTelco. Our scoreboard is brought to you by First National Bank. And starting lineups tonight were brought to you by American Trim.
Say Coldwater coach Nick Fisher takes that timeout, a little bit of regrouping on defense. Did not like what he was seeing as the Flyers got an easy bucket on a great pass.
Yeah, he was pretty much in no man's land. There was Heelsman. An easy shot there, and Coldwater comes up empty on their offensive possession. Ethan Post. Ball gets worked around on the inside. Picked off there by Jake Hemmelgarn. He'll work his way up in the forecourt. His way over. Nice move to the hole there by Mullenkamp. He cannot get the shot to fall. Charlie Hulsman will slowly work his way up in the forecourt. Give it up to Matt Everman. Back over to Nathan Ungren here on senior night here at the hangar in Maria Stein. Marion trying to send their seniors out with a win over their arch rival, the Coldwater Cavaliers. Alex Eink with the ball. Eink back over to Nate Ungren. Ungren back over to Matt Everman, back over to Hulsman. Back over to Eink, back over to Hess. Back over Hess again, back over to Eink. Patient offense here for Coach Kurt Guttemiller. Tate Hess on the inside, kicks out Everman. He'll fire a three, and nails it. And largest lead of the night here for the Marion Local Flyers, now at 8 points.
That's Matt Everman's first bucket, and he hits a three, and that's a big one.
And that play disrupted there. It was going for Tyler Schwederman, disrupted by Alex Eink.
That's the 8th made three by Everman. Shoots about 29% from behind the arc.
Coldwater trying to inbound the ball. Get kicked back in. That almost went off Jake Hemmelgarn. That's some
Very
Marion
close.
fans disagree with us, but the baseline judge disagrees, and Ethan Post was out, retrieves the ball near the timeline. Look over to Jake Hemmelgarn. That was close to coming off Hemmelgarn's knee there. Ethan Post here. Look over Tyler Schwederman. Schwederman looking for Broering on the inside. Back over to Jake Hemmelgarn. Over Post. This looks on the inside, finds Mullenkamp, and Matt Everman gets a jump ball. Nice play there by Matt Everman. And it'll go the way of the Marion Local Flyers.
Ball down low, and Everman just grabs it.
And the
Flyers will get the basketball.
And the Flyers have just been aggressive tonight, too. Their aggressiveness has paid off. Just little things like that, what Matt Everman's done has been the difference here in the first half.
Very efficient first half for the Flyers, especially on offense. Not a lot of points, 24, but they have the lead by 8.
It looks like they're going to try to nurse at least an 8-point lead to halftime, as Charlie Hulsman calling out the offensive set here for the Flyers. They get it to Bryce Moeller. They're going to run a play for Charlie Hulsman. And they're going to call a foul here, I believe, on
Tyler Schwederman, I believe.
Yeah. Will be a side out right in front of the Coldwater bench here. With 8.2 seconds remaining, the Marion Local Flyers leading by 8.
Flyers looking for that magic here as they got a three at the end of the first quarter.
And it looks like we'll have only 1.5 seconds to get the ball in here. Right away, try to give it to Bryce Moeller. He throws a prayer at the basket, but to no avail. And that brings us to halftime, where the Marion Local Flyers lead the Coldwater Cavaliers 24-16. We'll come back with halftime stats here next on NKTelco Sports.
Plygem Residential Solutions is part of Cornerstone Building Brands, North America's largest manufacturer of exterior building products, and the success of our company is directly related to the contributions of our employees. We are currently looking for machine operators, maintenance technicians, forklift operators, and more to join our growing team at our facility in Sydney, Ohio. Plygem offers competitive pay, a full benefits package, as well as opportunities for bonus pay and long-term advancement. Become a part of our strong foundation.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for Carriage Works. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
For over 150 years, Cargill has been helping people be successful worldwide. Cargill has always done business responsibly and in a way that makes us proud. Whether it is educating farmers in India or providing bikes to students with perfect attendance right here at home, Cargill is helping people thrive. The Sydney plant is just one piece of a global company that provides employment for hundreds of thousands, food for the world, and support for thousands of businesses. Be a part of something great at Cargill.com.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Back here at the hangar here at Marion Local High School, where the Marion Local Flyers lead the Coldwater Cavaliers 24-16. Now here with your halftime stats, Mr. Dave Helmstetter.
Boy, you take a look at those stats and a couple of things really pop off the screen at you. Marion Local 6 out of 9, 67% from the three-point behind the arc at the three-point line. That's the big difference. Flyers just so much more efficient overall. 8 out of 15 overall from the field. Coldwater 5 out of 15, 2 out of 5 for three-point range. Free throws, the Cavaliers 4 out of 5. Marion Local perfect at 2 out of 2. Slight edge for the Flyers. They got one more rebound than the Cavaliers, 9-8. Turnovers, again, just about even, 5 and 4. But Marion Local very efficient on offense here in the first half. Hit your threes and you look like a pretty good ball team as Flyers coming off a double overtime win over Spencerville, trying to build a little bit of momentum as they go towards tournament. And first half of basketball, let's see if it continues for them against the Coldwater Cavaliers. Yeah, pretty much a day and night comparison for Marion shooting behind the arc. You know, that game against Fort Laramie, you know, shooting under 10%. And now you shoot 66% in the first half. But Coldwater only finding themselves down 8. They did win this first battle 55-52, a holiday tournament there back around Christmas time. Now we know the tournament draw is coming up the last weekend of play. Coldwater's got Wapak tomorrow night. Marion Local will stay here at the hangar and play the Russia Raiders. And you know, you look at the Flyers overall in the season, they rank 10th in the MAC at 34% from the field. And not a good start there for Coldwater. A missed 3 by Noah Miller and a foul. The Flyers with a chance to push it to the lead to double digits. 8 points is their largest lead of the night. As Alex Sank will walk the ball up. They'll give it actually to Charlie Hulsman now, who will cross the timeline. Work it over Bryce Moeller. Moeller receives the screen. Over to Nate Ungren. Ungren over to Charlie Hulsman. Flyers being very patient tonight, waiting to get a good open shot. It's benefited them well here tonight, and a nice whip to the basket here by Bryce Moeller, and he is now in double figures. Boy, Bryce just beat his man to the basket for an easy layup. This is good play here tonight from Coach Kurt Guttermiller's squad. You want to see this play come close to tournament time. Flyers working around. Get it into Zach McKibben on the inside and ripped away by Matt Everman. Zach McKibben cut right in, but Matt Everman took it away. Everman, the Defensive Player of the Year, Division 7 for football this past fall. Nate Unger to work over to Alex Eink. Eink back over to Everman, back over to Hulsman. They're trying to get their 7th win of the season tonight. Bryce Moeller cannot ball to fall. Boy, he had a nice look at that one. Had to make a decision whether to use the glass or go for the, go for the rim. Went to the rim, and it was just a little bit short. Jake Hemmelgar work his way up in the forecourt. Works way over to Noah Miller. Miller, right wing. He's banging inside with Nate Unger, and back over Will Broering for 3. Not off the mark.
But McKibben comes away with it back to Broering, back over to Miller. Nice move on the inside to Ethan Post. A nice sequence there for the Coldwater Cavaliers. Sink over to Hulsman. Back on the inside there. Charlie Hulsman will take the ball out of bounds right in front of the Flyers student section. And they'll reverse their call, which I think is the correct decision. And Jake Hemmelgarn in the forecourt over Noah Miller. Miller back over to Hemmelgarn. He'll pass open a wide open look and continue the offense on the inside to Will Broering. Broering makes a move, picks up his dribble back over to Hemmelgarn. Hemmelgarn back over Noah Miller. Miller to the lefty, back over Hemmelgarn. He fires a three, and that's good. And a 5-0 run here for the Cavaliers.
Miller took the ball inside, pushed it out. Easy bucket or three for the Cavaliers that time.
Charlie Hulsman over to Alex Eink. I switch it back over to Hulsman. 4:45 remaining here in the third period. Flyers up 5. They were just up by as many as 10. 5-0 run here by the Cavaliers, and they're back in their zone defense. Over Eink, back over to Hulsman. Hulsman playing pitch and catch with Eink. He'll fire a three, and that cannot fall, and Noah Miller will grab the rebound.
Eink had a pretty good look at that one, but it just didn't go.
It kind of has been what's been going against the Marion local Flyers tonight. Matt Everman steals the pass there. Flyers in their home white, Cavs in the road black. Alex Eink with a nice cut to the basket. Hoop in the harm there for the junior Alex Eink.
Boy, just a nice assist there by Fleck, or by Moeller rather, and he found Eink underneath, and Eink converts it.
Bryce Moeller will take a trip to the bench, and Tyler Schwieterman and Miles Blasingame will come into the ball game for the Coldwater Cavaliers. Alex Eink working to complete the three-point play, and Reese Hess also back in the ball game for Nate Ungren. And Eink cannot convert the three-point play as Tyler Schwieterman pulls down the rebound. Jake Hemmelgarn up in the forecourt. Back over to Blasingame. Back over Ethan Post. Post fires a three. That's to no avail there, and there'll be a foul there on Tyler Schwieterman. Matt Everman, just such a presence there on the inside, boxing out. And there that caused Ethan Post a foul, and there's 3 fouls already against Coldwater, none for the Flyers.
Everman was working hard to get position that time, that's for sure, and had the rebound.
Flyers up 7. Pretty much led 97% of this game. Very briefly that Coldwater led at one point in the first period. Alex Eink drives baseline, kicks out Brady Ronenbaum, and the beat goes on here from 3 for the Flyers. Brady Ronenbaum works his way in the box score, and right away up and down the floor goes the Cavaliers, and Tyler Schwieterman take a trip to the line.
7 out of 11 from three-point land for the Flyers.
And they are distributing around many different people, scoring from three-point range for the Flyers. And it's made it hard for the Cavaliers to cover all sorts of the floor, and a brick thrown up there by Tyler Schwieterman, to say the least there. I think that came out of his hands a little funny. Schwieterman will look to cash in on the second one, and he does.
35% from the free throw line for Schwieterman.
Well, you can tell there on that first one, that one wasn't very pretty.
No, that's tough shooting.
Back within 9. Flyers could have led by as many as 10 twice. As Everman will work it around to Brady Ronenbaum. He'll cut inside, give a good pass up to Reese Hess in the short corner, trying to get through this Coldwater zone. Back over to Ronenbaum. Ronenbaum back over to Hulsman. Hillsman will reset the Marion attack. 2:55 remaining. Flyers up 31-22 here on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Brandon Coderman along with Dave Helmstetter here on a Friday night in the MAC. Here, a weekend before tournament action begins for boys. Girls tournament begins tomorrow. Alex Eink, he'll go right wing. Over to Hess, back over to Runenbaum. Over to Reese Hess. We'll give a nice screen for Eink. Flyers just being patient here. Eink goes in on the inside. The Flyers lost him. Eink comes away with his own rebound. Resets the Marion attack. Flyers continue to be patient. It'll be Reese Hess back over to Alex Eink. Flyers working around, chewing off quite a bit of clock.
Almost 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Runenbaum back over to Eink, back over to Hillsman. See, 2/3 of the Flyers offense has basically come from behind the three-point line. Flyers still being patient. Hess, flip it back over to Eink. He's being pressured by Jake Himmelgarn. Well, Flyers go to the scores table. Eink works his way to the basket. Good move, and it gets to fall, and the Flyers lead by a game-high 11 points.
It's almost like slow death, Brandon. Very patient, and then they can make the basket.
And if you can execute an offense like that, it's a deadly weapon. Yeah, that'll be a foul there on Matt Everman. Getting called using a little too much hands there, and a couple substitutions come in. Zach McKibben and Jay Mullenkamp. Along for the Flyers will be Tate Hess, Nate Ungren, and Bryce Moeller. So Coldwater facing their largest deficit of the night. A lot of points to make up for them, only managing 22 through nearly 3 quarters.
Well, you're limiting your possessions as well, so 11 points is a big lead at the pace of this game.
A little unusual for MAC play as the Flyers force a turnover. And usually I think of MAC, I mean, it's been physical tonight, but usually a little more high scoring, and it's kind of been more of like a Shelby County League style game a little tonight with the tempo. It's Runenbaum left wing. We'll give it up Moeller. Moeller back over to Nate Ungren. Here on senior night in the hangar, Flyers trying to look to get a win over their arch rival Coldwater. Moeller top the key back over to Runenbaum. Flyers look like they'll hold for the last shot. Possession arrow is favoring the Cavaliers. Runenbaum back in the corner to Bryce Moeller. And Coach Kurt Guttemiller calls timeout. We'll take one with them. You're watching boys high school basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
Wegner's IGA have been servicing their communities for more than 90 years, spanning 3 generations. Wegner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and a variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wegner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen.
Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center offers a family-friendly environment with a personalized approach to reduce pain, restore function, and improve mobility. Dr. Christopher Stuckey specializes in reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, diabetic foot care, trauma including fractures and sports injuries, along with bunions, hammer toes, and ingrown toenails. Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center has offices located in St. Mary's and Salina. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-394-8664.
Back here at the hangar, a turnover there for the Marion local Flyers will result in 3.9 seconds for Coldwater to get a shot off. Miles Blazingame will inbound the ball. Noah Miller will have to take a deep 3 in and out for Noah Miller. That would have been a big break for Coldwater, but to no avail. That'll take us to the final period of the night. 33-23 our score. 33-22 our score. The Marion local Flyers ahead of the Coldwater Cavaliers. We'll have the fourth quarter next here on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At CAPT, we use hometown opportunity to make sure that when we have a position open within the facility, it gets put on the website.
We've really been excited to see how that has grown so much over the last several years.
If anyone is looking for a job, it's the best place to go.
We really want to do whatever we can to get folks that are from this community back to this area.
I would recommend any manufacturing company that they take a look at it. It's a very good benefit for companies at no cost.
Back here at the hangar here at Marion Local High School, ready for the beginning of the fourth quarter here. And Dave, the Coldwater Cavaliers got to manage at least 12 points here this fourth quarter. Actually, at least 11 points here this fourth quarter. Been struggling on the offensive end. You noted that Coldwater needs a change of the pace and play here.
Yeah, they got to do something to get this a little bit more up-tempo. And the Cavaliers are, in that quarter alone, they were only 1 out of 5 from three-point land. 2 out of 6 overall in the quarter. And again, Marion Local shooting the ball very well, being very patient, making the most out of the number of possessions, 4 out of 7 in the quarter. And again, continuing to shoot well for threes, 1 out of 2. And the Cavaliers here have gone into a zone, which if you're Marion Local in an 11-point lead, you're going to slow it down even more.
And that indeed they do. Cross-court pass to Alex Eink. Bryce Moeller looking for the three, and yes, sirree, Bryce Moeller.
I'll tell you, Bryce Moeller is having a great game. He's got 14 on the night, and he's done well hitting the three and also taking the basket, the ball to the basket as well.
Bryce Moeller leading this Marion Local attack. 14 points tonight for the senior on senior night, so a memorable night here for Bryce Moeller. And now the test got even tougher here for the Cavaliers, being down 14. As is the largest lead of the night. And Nate Unger tips the ball on the inside, tried to get it to Noah Miller. Charlie Hill's been working back up to Alex Eink. The Flyers playing without Peyton Audie tonight. Audie on crutches. Audie, the sophomore. A football standout, played a really good amount against Fort Laramie in their game I did. So hopefully he is okay. Flyers will work around. It'll be Alex Eink over to Bryce Moeller. Back over to Nate Unger and over to Eink. 6:37 remaining, 36-22 Flyer lead. And they're still really going to be patient with the basketball. Heelsman back over to Ungren. Back over to Moeller.
Got Noah Miller on Moeller. And then a whistle away from that.
Jake Hemmelgarn with the foul, with the hold. Hemmelgarn and Eink getting into it a little bit. So this game has been physical. And Coach Nick Fisher will take a timeout. We'll take one with them. You're watching boys high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Back here at the hangar at Maria Stein. Here where the Flyers lead the Coldwater Cavaliers 36-22, and the hot shooting, particularly led by Bryce Moeller, Dave, has been the difference.
Oh, definitely. The Flyers 7 out of 11 from three-point range, 12 out of 22 from the field. I mean, we could double check the stats, but you got to believe it's their best shooting night of the year.
And a patient Marion offense there. Matt Everman passed up a potential 18-footer there. Keep the offense going, but he won't pass up this 3 attempt, but to no avail. And Miles Blasingame will pull it down, and he'll race immediately up in the forecourt. He'll flip it over to Jake Himmelgarn. Back over to Ethan Post. Post back over to Blasingame. Back over to Noah Miller. Miller fires the 3, no good. And the Cavaliers struggling to get the lid off the bucket. They are scoreless here in this fourth quarter, 2.5 minutes in. Back over to Alex Eink. Eink cross-court pass to Charlie Hulsman. Back over to Eink, a little pitch and catch action. And a 3 again from Bryce Moeller, in and out. And Noah Miller and Nate Ungren will get a tie-up. And the arrow will favor the Cavaliers.
Flyers just dominating. You know, if you're counting time of possession, the Flyers just dominating once they get the basketball, taking chunks of time off the clock, and Cavaliers are lucky to get a shot so far here in this final quarter.
Ethan Post working his way on the inside, and we'll go to the charity stripe. Have a chance to cut into the deficit. That'll be the 4th foul on the Flyers this half, but teams not up at 4 fouls evenly. Coldwater only led once tonight. They were leading 10-9, and at the end of the first quarter, Alex Eink hitting a deep 3 to put the Flyers up 12-10. And it's pretty much been all Flyers here since then. And Post nails the first free throw. Post looking to go 2 for 2. And he does just that. Then Post now with 3 points on the night. And Coldwater going to get a little more aggressive with their trap. Everman works up to Moeller, tried to work on the inside to Ungren, and picked off. And that's just exactly what the Cavaliers needed as Blasingame races up. He'll flip it over to Ethan Post. He'll fire a 3. And it's been the exact opposite for the Coldwater Cavaliers shooting the 3, struggling to do that. Foul on the rebound as they're on Tyler Schwieterman.
Cavaliers only 3 out of 12 from behind the arc. Missed their last 4 attempts.
Substitution Carson Molenkamp into the ball game for Coach Nick Fisher's squad. Hulsman gets it into Everman, back over to Eink. Hulsman and Eink pitch and catch. Hulsman being patient, half-court zone trap here from the Coldwater Cavaliers. In the corner, Bryce Moeller. Moeller can't get it to fall. Hulsman skies up to get it. Ball worked out to Eink, and Eink responds with the 3, and the lead is stretched out to a game-high 15 points.
Eink's into double figures. He's got his average with 10 points.
Eink and Bryce Moeller matching the Coldwater Cavaliers' offensive output together. Work on the inside, no good. Matt Everman pulls down the rebound, and Hulsman will bring it up. 4 minutes remaining. Marion with their largest lead of the ball game. Marion fell to these Coldwater Cavaliers nearly 2 months ago at a holiday tournament, the day after Christmas. And ball's worked on the inside to Everman. Hoop in the harm, Matt Everman. And
Flyers just spread it out, get the good shot inside, and Everman converts.
Matt Everman in a strong presence. A lot of things that don't get you that doesn't get you in the box score. And there's a timeout by Coach Kurt Guttemiller. We'll head to commercial break. You're watching boys high school basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwieterman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
And back here at the hangar here, Maria Stein, Brandon Coverman along with Dave Helmstetter. And Dave, only 3 shot attempts for the Coldwater Cavaliers as Marion has stretched their lead out to a game-high 17 points.
Yeah, only 3 shots in almost 5 minutes of play. And the worst part is for the Cavaliers, they've missed their last 5 shots. And just nothing on offense is going right for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, as Matt Everman will go to the line looking to stretch his lead to complete a 3-point play. And the Marion attack has been spearheaded by senior Bryce Moeller with 14 points. Alex Ike right out of the season average of 10 points. And we know offense has been something that has plagued the Flyers at times this year. And Everman now stretching the lead to 18. Coldwater needing a lot of points in a hurry. And Miles Blasingame cannot get the basket to fall, and neither can Tyler Schwederman on the follow. And Charlie Hulsman and Alex Ike will walk the ball up slowly against this Coldwater half-court trap. Nate Ungren in the corner flips it over to Ike. Back over to Hulsman.
Took a couple steps there.
Yeah, I was going to say he got away with the travel. Everman under the basket, blocked by Blasingame. And an official's decision will say it went off of the Flyers as well. And Jake Hemmelgarn back into the ball game, as well as number 33, Will Broering.
Cavaliers come into tonight's game averaging 51.6 points per game. They got actually a little bit less than half so far here with 3 minutes or plus to go.
And you have to credit Marion too. I mean, limiting the amount of shot opportunities the Cavaliers have got. And there's a foul there on the Flyers. That'll be on Matt Everman, his 3rd. Everman, an aggressive player. You can tell he has that football mentality. He brings it on the basketball hardwood as well. Noah Miller gets the inbound over to Will Broering. Over to Ethan Post. Post fires a 3. Can't get it to fall. And the Cavaliers only with 2 points here this 4th quarter. Back over to Matt Everman. Over to Bryce Moeller. 2:40. The Flyers are looking to burn off here until they can get to a victory. And the ball's turned over there. Coldwater finally forcing a turnover with that half-court trap. And Noah Miller back over to Will Broering. He sizes up a 3 and still struggling to get the lid off that basket, but he does retrieve his own rebound. Noah Miller fires, and Miller can't get it. Will Broering, 3rd attempt, and finally, 3rd time's the charm there for the Coldwater Cavaliers.
That ends a long dry spell for the Cavaliers.
42-26 now.
And that's the first field goal in this quarter for Coldwater.
Everman works the ball in the middle. 2 minutes to burn here. The Flyers are looking to do just that. And there's a foul there on Jake Hemmelgarn. It'll be the 17th foul, so it'll be a 1 and bonus opportunity here for Matt Everman. Everman with 1 dribble, dips the knees, fires, and we'll get the 2nd opportunity. 7 points here for Matt Everman tonight on senior night. Just looking at their 7th win of the season tonight. So they head in to play the Russia Raiders tomorrow night, and Everman goes 2-2. Jake Hemmelgarn race up in the forecourt. Flip it over to Noah Miller. Miller, the southpaw, fires, and still to no avail is the 3, but Miles Blasingame pulls down the rebound, hits it off his own shoe. He'll go the way of the Flyers. And immediately we'll see number 24, a recess, 6'2" senior, check back in the ball game. Nate Ungren will head to the bench. The senior, Zach McKibben and Tyler Schwederman in for Coach Nick Fisher's squad. Number 12, Jason Hess in the ball game as well. Coming out for Charlie Hulsman and Alex Ike. And these guys coming out for their last time here in the hangar. Hulsman Ball's picked off there by the Cavaliers, and here comes Zach McKibben. Look on the inside, good dump down to Will Broering, and there's another basket there for the Cavaliers. They'll immediately pick up the pressure. Bryce Moeller got away with a walk there. And work it over back to Hess, back over to Everman, to Alex Klosterman. Klosterman back over to Everman, back over to Hess, working it around. Nice cut to the basket by Jason Hess, blocked. Hess puts it back up and one. Acrobatic look there from Jason Hess, the senior. And he'll get a chance to cash in the and one opportunity.
Jason Hess being persistent there. Missed the first shot, hung in there, got the rebound, put it up and in.
Hess looking to complete the three-point play. Hess works his way into the box score on senior night, cannot complete the and one. Will Broering throws it down and gives it to Jake Hemmelgarn. Under a minute to play, 45-28 here. And a long deep three there from Hemmelgarn to no avail. And 47.4 seconds here. It looks like the Flyers will move on to 7 and 12. And the Coldwater Cavaliers will fall for the 11th time this season at 9 and 11. 40 seconds remaining here. The Flyers looking to dribble out this remaining minute. Work to Reese Hess in the middle, and he is fouled and will go to the line for two.
Say Reese Hess. 75% at the line so far this season, 6 out of 8.
Hess cannot can the first free throw, and you'll see the Marion local faithful stay here. After this game, they're having a big ball drop for a monetary prize after the game, so be interesting to see who wins that.
Are you in?
Someone will go home with a big payday.
I take it you're not.
I take it I'm not in it either, but I wish I was. Hess goes 1 of 2 from the line. 34 seconds remaining. 19-point lead here for the Flyers. McKibben races in the paint and shoots a jump shot. That is no good. And that might be the end of tonight. As Bryce Mueller, as Kurt Guttemiller is going to call a timeout to get his seniors off the floor for a final time. And Marion local faithful will stand up on their feet, giving their seniors their last goodbyes here. And we'll see some substitutions here from the Coldwater Cavaliers as well, as the Flyers looking to dribble out the remaining 20.8 seconds and celebrate a victory, so they will get a season split. Ultimately, more important for Marion, they get the MAC win during the regular season. Flyers will work it around, run and bomb. Gets the ball stolen. Up ahead to McKibben, and he'll get the layup. And Hess will dribble out the remaining amount of time. And that is all here from the hangar. 47-30, Marion local over the Coldwater Cavaliers. We'll go to commercial break, wrap up and give you the final stats here and our closing here next on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it Caring Without Limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Take your game day party to the next level with a new TV and Sonos sound system from Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. A Sonos system takes the action into every room of your home and outdoors. Break your home into zones and control the content and level right from your phone or tablet, enabling you to enjoy the game or not with the touch of a finger. Add a security camera system connected to your TV from Fowler's. And never leave another friend stuck outside in the cold. Fowler's TV, taking game day to the next level.
Back here at the hangar here at Maria Stein, Ohio, where the Marion local Flyers just defeated the Coldwater Cavaliers 47-30. Here with the final stats, Mr. Dave Helmstetter.
Boy, just take a look at the numbers there. You can see very quickly why the Flyers won. The shooting stats, 16 out of 32 from the field for the Flyers, 9 out of 16 from behind the arc. Then take a look at the Cavalier numbers. Only 10 out of 35 from the field and 3 out of 17 from behind the arc. And in the second half, the Cavaliers just had all sorts of difficulty. Only 1 out of 12 from three-point range. At the line, both teams did a nice job there. Flyers 6 out of 9 and Cavaliers 7 out of 9 as well. On the boards, Marion local with a slight edge, 21-18. Turnovers, Flyers turned it over a couple more times than the Cavaliers, 11-9. Big win for the Flyers. They pick up win number 7, and more importantly, their second straight win. They pick up a little bit of momentum as they conclude the MAC season next week against New Knoxville.
Yeah, and that attack was led tonight by our player of the game, Bryce Muller.
Yeah, Bryce played a very solid game. Had 14 points in his final home game of his career. Hit some key three-pointers early in the contest to give the Flyers the big lead, and then also made a couple of nice moves to the basket to get a couple of buckets that way. So good overall game by Bryce, and he's our player of the game, brought to you by NKTelco.
And we'd like to thank our other sponsors for tonight, because without them we would not be able to bring you this broadcast. They are Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Ply Gem, Precision Strip, Schwederman Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Ferguson Construction, Fowler's TV, Wilson Health, Cy Schwederman, Carriage Works, Kogi Plumbing, Heating and AC, Wayne Trail, Cargill, Wagner's IGA, SecureCom, St. Henry Bank, The Spot, and St. Mary's Foundry. Keys to the game are brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Replay is brought to you by Winners Meats. Player of the game, NKTelco. Our scoreboard, First National Bank, and starting lineups are brought to you by American Trim. Well, that'll do it all for us here tonight, here from the hangar in Maria Stein. We'd like to thank our director, Ian Bullheimer, assisted by Rodney Hardings. On camera, Jacob Johns, Mark Fischel, and Blake Sweeterman. For Dave Helmstetter, I'm Brandon Coderman. For a final time from the hangar here in Maria Stein, the Marion local Flyers 47, the Coldwater Cavaliers 30. We'd like to thank you for watching this broadcast of NKTelco Sports. We'll see you next time.